Moving on over to Alpenstadt, we have a battle in the T-62A played by Molly Whooped. Right off the bat, they're going to start moving over to this bush to get some initial spots on the enemy. Personally, I also love doing the same thing. It's mirrored on both sides, so it's a pretty good position for both teams. So far, the E50M is the only thing spotted, trying to see if he can get a sneaky shot in on over there. But E50 doesn't show himself and hides back. Now, looking back onto this replay, his map awareness, movement, and overall awareness of the battle that's going on is really nice in my opinion. He does everything very, very well. A little bit of a collision here between him and the VK, but that's alright. Maybe trying to see if he can get an opportunity on that Brigada 65, but the VK moved in at the exact same time. So, no one got any shots off there. I don't know what this T-54 is doing, but he's going to be going down quite soon. Looks like he has made his decision to move up on this E50 and this T-55A, but for some reason, I think this E50M has lost connection or just doesn't care, because they're just going to sit there. Gets one into the T-55 on the side, the T-55 bounces in, quite nice, quite nice. Well, the 62's heat pen plus that added gun depression allows it to be a lot more flexible than I would say the 222 and the 140. That's my personal opinion, of course. But heat penetration is enough to go through most heavy tanks, including the cheeks and the of the E100 and the mouse, which is nice, I guess. Now, I don't quite understand what this VK90 to the right of him is doing, because he seems to be taking quite a lot of damage. Probably because he's pulling out sideways. Molly Whooped clears the E50M, bringing up to around 2.2k damage. Now he's going to start moving on this 55A. What he's doing here is making sure no one has shots on him and that he's out of line of sight from everyone else on the enemy team, including this 268 and other people across over at B-Cap. The T-55 gave up on penning the VK and decided it might as well get one more shot in before my death. Molly sees that there is an isolated tank destroyer over here, so he's going to go after him. And hopefully clear him without taking any damage, of course. Now, with the 50B being cleared by the E5 on the enemy team, it is a 3 versus 5 situation. Soon to be 3 versus 4 because these people should be able to clear that 268, which in fact they do. So far, most of his shots have been flawless. And gets a nice little HE shell into the side here of the waffle. He's going to attempt to go for another, but that's where that Stroll gun comes into play in the waffle. When I usually play that tank, I get a lot of HE bounces on it, just because the hull armor is kind of troll when it comes to HE, and a lot of people miss and hit the gun exactly like that yet again. But thankfully, the waffle hits his track, only tracking him, not doing any damage at all. It is a 2 versus 3 now. Molly's going to decide to rush this E5 because he is one of the more dangerous players on the enemy team, and hopefully clear him before, I guess, the VK dies, because, well, it didn't really matter anyways, the VK missed. There is a full HP ST right there. Molly clears the E5, bringing it down to a 1 versus 2. The enemy have the advantage right now in terms of hit points, which is going to be a struggle, but he has decided to rush the 65 because it does have more mobility than the ST, and in my opinion, in this situation, it is the more dangerous tank to clear. Well, that he needs to clear. Now, he's face-hugging him, and surprisingly, the Brigada is just going to bounce that shot, which is really going to help him out here, because if he didn't, he would have been dead by now. Clears him and bringing it down to a 1 versus 1. Molly on 140 hit points. He is a one-shot. This ST has full hit points, and now we're going to play my favorite game, the waiting game, of course. 7.3k damage, not bad at all. Now, judging by how this ST has played this entire game very passively, I don't really think he's that competent in his ability to actually clear a target that's one shot. I don't know why. Now, what Molly is doing here is trying to bait the shot out of this ST, and judging how this ST is aiming, the ST might be auto-aimed on him right now. Because as he moves back and forth, that ST's barrel is just going back and forth, back and forth. Tried to get one into the track there, but the ST stopped short and he missed his shot there. Now he's going to try to make sure he can get around this guy without taking a hit, because that could be the end of this game. With a minute and 30-ish seconds left on the clock, time is running out, and that's a lot of hit points Molly's got to go through here. Tries to get one into the rear of the ST there, unfortunately missing because it hits shy of the building. That's alright. Now he's just waiting for that ST to fire, hopefully into the wall, or just completely missing the 62 so he can get shot opportunities into him. This is where the fun begins. Gets one into the ST fires, hits the building, pops the adrenaline, starts putting shots into the lower plate of this ST. 2 APCR shells left, I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Gets the last one in before the ST swings the gun around. And now we're back to the waiting game. 46 seconds left on the clock, time is running out. But the ST fires at the building for no apparent reason there. Now, I'm surprised that shell penned because he shot the track there and it still penned. And we all know how he is with spaced armor and tracks. And the ST is getting very anxious here. Shoots the building yet again. Molly rushes him, bringing him down to a one-shot. There it is. Molly clears the ST, ending the game. GG to Molly here. Not a bad game, not a bad game at all. And again, like always with these high damage games, thanks to the team for letting our hero get the damage. And with that note, I'll make my leave.